self-control.
What's up guys, Kaylee here and welcome back to my channel. And as you guys saw by today's video, I'm going to be making s'mores macaroons. And I am kind of getting into macaroons. If you follow my baking page on Instagram, I kind of believe made macaroons twice. Because I made regular macaroons, I dyed them pink, and I made another batch for my friend which was purple. Oh, and I also made Oreo macaroons. So today I'm gonna make s'mores macaroon because I want to get into macaroons. Like, I never actually, well actually I did taste like one real one, but I really didn't like it, and it was ice cream one. My friend gave it to me. It wasn't my fave, but pretty much, yeah, I want to start getting into macaroons and other desserts, so that's what I'm gonna do. And if you guys have any suggestions on flavors or something, or you want to see me do, let me know in the comments. And I don't know if you guys noticed my eye look I did today, and then I have like a nude pinkish look lip color. But yes, I am practicing more and more on my eye looks, so yeah. But pretty much I'm gonna put the camera down. I will be following a Pinterest recipe because I really, like, I know what you need, but I'm not really familiar with this, so I wouldn't like know from scratch and off my head and stuff. So I have this stuff already prepped, and yeah, just follow me if you want to see, and we'll just roll with it. So yeah, I have the stuff ready. I'm gonna show you guys on camera so you won't see my face anymore, but yeah, just show you and we can get started. Okay, so now this is the angle we're gonna be working with. And if I did not say, I forgot, I think it said that the recipe that I'm gonna be following, I will put it down below, but right now I'm pretty much be looking at it. So pretty much what we'll need is, I'll read off the ingredients. We'll need 120 grams of egg whites. I already pre-did that like I said. Then you need 130 grams of sugar. And then I have 115 grams of almond flour, 40 grams of graham cracker crumbs, like I already pre-crumbed them, and 110 grams of powdered sugar. So yeah. Oh, and then for the ganache, you'll need 100 grams of heavy whipping cream, and then 200 grams of milk chocolate chips. I'm gonna use chocolate chips. And then I'm gonna use a marshmallow fluff. I don't know how much of it I'm gonna use. I might be able to just use one, but on the recipe it says you can make a homemade, but today I just felt like sticking with the store-bought. I most likely will just need one, but that's what we'll need. And then I'll need a shifter because, like, I always remember reading, like, you always want to make sure it's super fine. On the recipe it does say use a food processor. I have a small one. Eventually I want to get a bigger one, so I'm going to do each one, like the flours, like the powdered sugar, the almond flour, and the graham cracker crumbs. I'm going to do them separately to make sure, like, each of them get their own shiftness to it, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, then also after that I'll shift it with a regular shifter. And yeah, then you'll need, I don't have a 1A tip, I only have a 2A, at least the ones I can find, and then a piping bag to pipe out the batter. And then I did have leftover of the graham cracker crumbs, so like I'm gonna sprinkle it on top of the macaroons. You don't have to. Also in the recipe she does use brown gel food coloring to make it more graham crackerly, I guess, to it. And yeah, and then I'm gonna use a spoon, of course, to shift it. But pretty much right now I'm gonna go ahead and shift the ingredients. So yeah. Okay guys, so I have the food presser here. So pretty much I'm gonna start off with the almond flour and scoop it in there and blend it. So that should probably be fine because, like, you want it as fine as possible. So yeah, I think that's good. So pretty much I'm gonna go ahead and get the bowl and shifter, and I'm gonna just pour it into the shifter. I'm not gonna shift it just yet because, like, well, actually, yeah, let's just get that almond flour out. And then pretty much shift it like usual. because you want this flour mixture to be really, really fine. So, and pretty much, yeah. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and put the other ones. So I think I'll mix the powdered sugar and the graham crackers together. So, because graham crackers is gonna be really hard to find. Like, there'll be still little bits of graham cracker in it. So yeah. Okay, that's pretty good, or at least good enough. Now we're gonna do the same thing and put it into the shifter. And pretty much there's a lot of pebbles that you wouldn't want in the mixture, so this is gonna be taken out because you want, like I said, this mixture to be super fine. So yeah, this is the flour, and I'm gonna go ahead and shift this 2 more times just to make it as fine as possible. So once I have done that, we can get started to the next step. Okay guys, so pretty much I have finished now. I finished shifting the flour mixture. Now I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna whip our egg whites. And I always sometimes like get confused with what meringue is supposed to look like. I think I know now, but pretty much I have my KitchenAid mixer. I remember how I always wanted one, so now this is my baby. Love it so much. Like, it's so pretty. Like, just look at that, it's so pretty. But right now we're gonna use a the whipper one. I don't know what it's called, but pretty much we're gonna go ahead and put our egg whites into the bowl. And pretty much you're just gonna whip, I believe, until it's like foamy. Thing it says continue whipping until a loose consistency of a loose foam. So I guess it's like kind of foamy pretty much. And then you slowly add in your sugar. You add it slowly, I know, because you don't want to like pop, like lose all the air bubble or something like that into the egg white mixtures. Like, you don't want to deflate them. So pretty much we'll wait until it's foamy. I'll give you a close-up of what the mixture looks like, and then we'll add in the sugar. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so now looking at this, I believe this is what they mean by a loose foam. If you see, like, it's foamy and like it's very whippy. So pretty much now what we'll do is, let's put this back on. We're gonna put the speed to like a baby 1 or 2 or 3. So low speed, and then we're gonna slowly add in the sugar. So let's do that. Okay, so now pretty much it still needs ways to go because you want it to get to a stiff peak. So once it's close to getting a stiff peak, I will show you guys. Okay, right now it's a one before, I forgot what it's called, but the one before it's stiff peak, because like it's getting there, like it folds over. So I saw that pretty much at this stage you might want to add the food coloring. So right now I'm gonna add some food coloring because we should have to keep whipping it, so might as well add the food coloring now, and then it keeps whipping, so like until it gets to that point. So we'll add some brown food coloring and keep whipping until we get our stiff peaks.
Round and round we go, losing self-control.
Okay, so I think that's enough. I believe this is stiff peaks. Let's see, wait, 'cause like, I know it's stiff too, like what it says, it like stays. Okay, let's get it in camera. Like when it says it stays inside, but like, it like still, this is like hard for me to show you. Like it still like folds over if you see, but this is taking too long. I think this is stiff enough, like it's not getting any stiffer. So like, we're just gonna, like maybe because it's too much, like that stiffs. So I think this is good enough. I'm gonna go ahead, scrape down the sides to make sure everything is incorporated. And I'll show you in a different angle of me adding the flour mixture so you can get that started. Okay guys, so I have the now mixture of the meringue. And then here is the flour mixture. Usually I just pour it all in. So that's what we're gonna do because I don't wanna take too long adding little by little. And I did read off of something, I don't remember what, but generally like enough mixes is between 60 to like 75, like 60 to 75 or stirs, like folds. Because this is what makes or break kind of sometimes your macaroons, is if you undermix it or overmix it. So yeah, usually it's supposed to look like a lava type of thing, if you know. When we get to that point, I'll show you, but like it's supposed to like drip, but like still hold its shape, if you know. So we're just gonna fold in the mixture and then like going in the middle. Sorry if you guys can't see, because like I kind of have to like kind of turn it a little bit, so I don't know if you guys see it so nicely. Okay, this is like the halfway point. So I'm gonna keep going until I'm about there and I'll show you guys. Okay guys, so pretty much this is about 70 something like folds, and pretty much this is what it like looks like. Like, let me see, let's get like a bigger scoop. You kind of like tilt it to the side and like it like runs down and stuff. So, I mean, I heard that when you do a figure 8, but like I could never do a figure 8 anyway, so. But this should be fine enough, like it's runny and everything. So pretty much, I'm gonna go ahead and put it into a piping bag. And then yeah, we'll fill it up and then we'll pipe out the things. Okay, so now it has been put into a pastry bag. Let me just kind of clean it up a little bit. And just yesterday, because like I haven't bought an silicone mat yet where it already has pre-circles on it to where you pipe it. So you can use parchment paper. So I pre-made the sketch on parchment paper. Like I made, using a cookie cutter, I just traced it. I did the back because then you're gonna flip it over to where you can put it on, so then like the pencil markings won't get on the cookie. And yeah, use that as a template, it helps. But I'm gonna get a silicone mat so I don't have to always do this. So yeah, pretty much you're just gonna get your mixture. And usually I do it to where I pipe it to where the middle and then like fill until it gets just about almost the whole circle. And then yeah. Okay, so once I have piped all of them onto this sheet, so let's just, now it says to, you always want to bang the air bubbles out, so you kind of smack it. If you can see, like, air bubbles, you'll see air bubbles, so this is a good thing. It helps all the air to get out. Okay, I like to do that a few times just to make sure. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get that graham cracker crumbs and sprinkle it on top of the mixtures. I don't want to do too much. Just so we can try to get as much graham cracker flavor, because when I made Oreos, to me, they didn't taste like Oreos. Like, it had a faint taste of Oreos, because I think it's more in the cookie. It don't come out a lot. So, but everyone else who ate them, they said it tastes like it. But too, I don't eat Oreos, so yeah, maybe that had a factor. I don't really eat them. So yeah. Okay, so here is this batch. This batch is done. You're gonna let this sit out for a good hour or two. It just matters, like sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's more, because you want to get it to a point where you can smooth your finger onto the macaroon. Like, it should have no problem, should be no sticking. That's when it's fine enough to put in the oven. Sometimes for me it's over an hour, I don't know why. So once it does that, I'll show you guys what I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other batch off camera. And yeah, once I'm finished with the other batch, let them sit out, and then we can start on the ganache. So yeah. Okay guys, so time for the ganache. I already have piped all the macaroons. So pretty much for ganache is you're gonna use your heavy cream in a sauce bowl, whatever you wanna call it. And then you're gonna bring it to a boil pretty much. Yeah, just pretty much bringing it to a boil. And then you're gonna have the chocolate chips in a bowl. It says on the recipe like finely chopped, but I think since it's chocolate chips, they're fine. So pretty much once this is the boil, you're gonna pour over the chocolate chips. On their thing, they said use plastic wrap, so I'll just use plastic wrap to like cover it and let it sit. So then the heavy cream can like warm up the chocolate chips and everything. It says for 2 minutes, and then stir infuser for chocolate, please. So pretty much once this is a boil, pour into here, cover the top, and kind of like move it around some, so then like all the spots of chocolate can be covered with the heavy cream. And then let it sit for 2 minutes in the wrap, and then pop it in the refrigerator pretty much. So yeah, we're just gonna let this get into a boil, and yeah. And this again shouldn't take that long, but I just want to make sure. I want to stir just a little bit. But yeah, pretty much the chocolate chips are right here. Let me get the saran wrap ready. Okay, so that should be fine enough. It's boiled nice and hot. So now you're gonna pretty much pour it over the chocolate chips. And then kind of like smear so then like all the chocolate chips can get covered by the cream, and then wrap it up. And this is pretty much to keep the heat in the bowl pretty much. So yeah, let it sit out, make sure like all the chocolate chips get all nice and melted and everything. And yeah, once that is finished, I'm gonna go ahead and like kind of stir it up a bit, and then put it into the refrigerator. And then for the marshmallow fluff, since we're not making it from scratch, it's kind of self-explanatory. Just put it into a pastry bag. So pretty much once the macaroons are finished getting its shell, we're gonna go ahead and put them in the oven and let them cook. But pretty much when that part is ready, I'll show you guys. So yeah, see you guys then. Okay guys, so it has been a good hour now for the macaroons to be sitting out. I did turn the oven on to 300 Fahrenheit, and I let it warmed up. So now it's done. And then this is what I mean if you see, let me see if I can zoom you in. When I say like you can smear your hand right over it, it would probably been better if there was no graham crackers because they're kind of like slipping off. But you can slide your hand right over it and it doesn't get messed up. So that's when it's supposed to be, when it's ready to get in the oven, because it gets its like coat or whatever. I don't know what it's called. It's skin. That's what it is. It's skin to like, so then when it cooks, it rises up and it gets its feet. So pretty much you put this in the oven. Usually it's good enough for like around like 17 minutes. On the thing on Pinterest, it says to put it on there for 10 to 20 minutes. So I'm gonna put it in there for a good 18 minutes, and then don't open it, but I'll look in the oven thing and see if it has got its feet. And yeah, so pretty much put this in, cook it for a good 18 minutes and see how it's looking. So once that's done, I'll let you know. Okay guys, so pretty much the 17 minutes are up, and I'm gonna go ahead and take them out the oven. Now look at that. If you can see the feet on them. Here, let me put actually something underneath. Let's get a towel. But look at that. So beautiful. So we're just gonna let these sit for a good 30 minutes or so. And while this is in there, I'm gonna put a new batch of macaroons. But once they're cooled off, we can go ahead and add the filling. So I just wanted to show you guys this. Let me take you off. I wanted to just show you guys, like, look at the feet. Like, so nice and pretty. But yeah, we'll just wait. Now let them cool off a bit and we can get started with that. Okay guys, so the macaroons have finished cooling off for a bit, and I paired them with a matching cookie for them. So pretty much they are a little darker than I intended to be. Like, I didn't mean to put them so brown, but it's fine, we're gonna learn. But pretty much the leftover graham cracker crumbs, I was thinking about putting it inside like the middle part with the filling, because just in case if you don't taste that much graham cracker in the cookie itself, like for the Oreo for me, like I didn't taste like Oreo as much. So we'll probably put a little bit of crushed graham crackers in the middle. So pretty much with filling, you don't want to put so much because you have to like press down on it. So really, you're gonna do like a very tiny dot because you don't want that much in there. And then small too. I think that is pretty much enough. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the marshmallow one. Press down on it and press them together. I hate when it doesn't come out even. See, that's a go first one. So we can keep trying until we get that perfect cookie. Like, I don't know, like when you press down, they don't come out even, if you know what I mean. But first, I'm gonna just put chocolate dots. I feel like that goes faster. I keep telling myself, but I don't wanna let you know. Go ahead in with the marshmallow fluff now. I kind of hate doing with marshmallow fluff because it is very sticky. Like, I know when I use like for what do I use to make with this? Oh, when I had made marshmallow buttercream frosting, when I had to make it for like I made a s'mores cake before. It was like, I just hate using this stuff because it's like very sticky. So I think that's all of them. Get this now and press into it. Pretty much, like, it got more chocolate there and then like no chocolate over there. I don't know, I can't always get those like presses right, but hey, it's fine. Like, maybe like that was a little better, but you don't want to put too much because that's why you have to just stay in towards the middle, because if you put too much then it like drips to the side. So but pretty much so far, this is what the cookies look like. Like, it somewhat looks like a s'mores cookie. If you can see, like, it has your marshmallow and has your chocolate, and it's gonna have little crumbs of graham crackers in the middle. But it has its feet. Like, that's a pretty good one right there. You can see, like, look at that. So yeah, pretty much this is like all practice for me. Like, this is my first time making s'more macarons, so It's all a learning process. So I'm gonna let that ganache harden just a little bit, and then I'm gonna sit these somewhere else to kind of harden itself. And then with these, usually you let macarons sit for a good day to get its flavor and get its softness and stuff like that. So this won't be eaten until like Mondays, or today's Sunday, so like it won't be ready until like Tuesday to eat, because you want to let it sit for a good day. So yeah, I'm gonna put these up, let them sit to the side. And I did kind of notice this recipe kind of made about, like, if you do this size, it made a good like amount, like 20 to something. So yeah, makes a good amount. Okay, pretty much that was the last cookie of it. So pretty much these are the macarons. Like, I am pretty proud of them. Like, look at that. Like, you see that marshmallow and the ganache. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit on this thing, and then I'll show you another close-up of them. So yeah.
So I did forget to make an outro for this video, so pretty much I'm gonna do one right now. So pretty much like, comment, share, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, hit that bell button once you do. And yeah, I just forgot to do an outro. I don't know why I forgot that. But pretty much I hope you enjoyed the macarons that I made. And I really did like the outcome, and I hope you guys did. And let me know if you guys have any flavor choices. And make sure you guys follow my Instagrams down below, especially my baking one, so you can keep in the loop of all my baking stuff that I do. So yeah, pretty much that is it. I do have a couple videos lined up for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoy them. And yeah, I'll see you in the next